Prepare for a wild ride, folks. If you're looking for a culinary adventure that will leave you howling with laughter and craving more, then you've got to waltz right into Gallia Restaurant Oyster Bar on Carondelet Street. Now, let's dive into the seafood extravaganza. Their shrimp po' boy is the holy grail of sandwiches, a toasted symphony of softness and crispness. The shrimp, cooked to perfection, each bite a tender revelation. It's like a party in your mouth, with the perfect balance of shrimp, lettuce, and tomato. I dare say it's the best po' boy this side of the Mason-Dixon line. And their charbroiled oysters, oh boy. Picture this, a guy waltzes in with stacks of fresh oysters, straight from the briny depths. These babies are then transformed before your very eyes, cooked to perfection and served on the half shell. It's like watching culinary magic unfold right before your hungry eyes. Speaking of magic, the gumbo is a bowl of liquid gold. It's the kind of soup that makes you wonder if it was cooked by a voodoo queen. Rich, flavorful, and filled with just the right amount of spice. Now, let's talk about the service. It's like being waited on by a team of guardian angels. Our waitress, Jeannie, or was it Janine? Maybe Jessica. Who knows, she was just that good. Was an absolute delight. Attentive, friendly, and with a smile that could light up the French Quarter. And if you're looking for a place to soak in the New Orleans vibe, then you're in the right spot. Gallia's is a casual joint where you can kick back, relax, and soak up the local flavor. Plus, their happy hour from 1-5 p.m. is a steal. Oysters and po' boys for less. Come on, it's like winning the lottery. Sure, there may have been a few hiccups here and there, like that time they tried to force-feed me pasta I didn't order, but hey, it's New Orleans. You can't expect everything to run as smoothly as a Swiss watch. So, if you're looking for a place to satisfy your seafood cravings, laugh until your sides hurt, and soak in the magic of New Orleans, then head on over to Gallia Restaurant Oyster Bar. It's the culinary equivalent of a wild Mardi Gras party, and you'll leave with a belly full of laughter and deliciousness. Cuf Amélie, where the food gods dance and the waiters waltz, prepare thy taste buds for a culinary adventure where indulgence meets laughter at Cuf Amélie, a gem nestled in the heart of the wickedly charming French Quarter. Upon entering, you're welcomed by a courtyard that could make a Parisian blush, with the sweet scent of magnolia blossoms wafting through the air. If the courtyard doesn't steal your heart, the newly air-conditioned dining room will, complete with a lively bar serving up cocktails that will make you forget your worries and possibly your dignity. The menu reads like a southern love story, with dishes that will make your taste buds do a tap dance. The watermelon salad is a refreshing symphony of flavors, while the shrimp and grits could convince even a Yankee to move to Dixie. And let us not forget the chicken and waffles, a dish so perfect it should be its own religion. The service, impeccable. Our waiter, a charming fellow named Bertrand, treated us like royalty. He was attentive, quick-witted, and had a knack for making us feel like we were the only people in the restaurant even though it was packed. Now, let's talk about the food. It was so good, we wanted to give the chef a standing ovation. The gnocchi was like clouds kissed by angels, while the veal mole was a masterpiece worthy of a Michelin star. Even the strawberry shortcake had us questioning whether we were in heaven or just in the French Quarter. Sure, there may have been a few minor glitches. The watermelon salad could have used a bit more zing, but overall, Cuf Amélie was a culinary triumph. It's the kind of place where you'll leave feeling satisfied, slightly tipsy, and with a smile that could light up the night like a million fireflies. So, if you're looking for a dining experience that's both delectable and unforgettable, look no further than Cuf Amélie. Just remember to make reservations, or you might end up wandering the French Quarter like a lost puppy, searching for a table that doesn't exist. Commander's Palace, where the food is fit for a king and the service is divine. Prepare yourself for a gastronomic adventure at the legendary Commander's Palace, my fellow foodies. This hallowed hall of dining delights has been a New Orleans institution for over a century, and let me tell you, they're not resting on their laurels. Upon entering this culinary kingdom, you're greeted by a symphony of live music and an ambience that exudes elegance and a touch of southern charm. The staff, clad in their dapper attire, treat you like royalty from the moment you step inside. Now, let's delve into the menu. It's like a symphony for your taste buds. Start your meal with a burgundy escargot crustade. Picture this succulent escargot nestled in a crispy bread bowl, smothered in a rich and flavorful sauce. It's a dish that would make even the French blush. For an entree, indulge in the pecan-crusted Gulf fish. The Gulf fish is cooked to perfection, its delicate flesh flaking effortlessly under the crispy pecan crust. Accompanying roasted corn, asparagus, and grilled kale add a burst of freshness that balances the richness of the fish. But the true star of the show, the Creole bread pudding Soufle, my friends. It's a dessert so legendary, they call it the Queen of Creole desserts. Imagine a rich, fluffy pudding that's whipped up into a light and airy Soufle. It's finished tabled with a warm whiskey cream, making it a dessert that will leave you swooning. But Commander's Palace isn't just about the food. It's an experience that will make you want to break out into a chorus of amazing grace. The service is impeccable, the atmosphere is electric, and the dress code, well, let's just say it makes you feel like you're dining in a scene from The Great Gatsby. So, do yourself a favor and book a reservation at this culinary sanctuary. Whether you're celebrating a special occasion or just looking for an unforgettable dining experience, Commander's Palace will deliver. Just be sure to leave the sweatpants at home, because this is a place where style and sophistication rule the roost. Holy crab claws, the Way is a French Quarter wonderland. You know that scene in Ghostbusters where Ray is trying to describe the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man? That's how I feel about this place. It's a Class 5 free roaming vapor, roaming the countryside, destroying everything in its path. This joint is like a secret society for cool cats and cocktail connoisseurs. It's got nooks and crannies where you can get lost for hours, like a maze designed by Salvador Dali. The courtyard is a work of art, with twinkling lights and cozy vibes that make you want to curl up with a classic novel and a glass of absinthe. But wait, there's more. The food is like a symphony conducted by a hipster chef. The Korean fries are crispy, flavorful, and so addictive that you'll swear you're in a culinary version of Inception. The wings. Crispy as a newborn baby's bottom, and seasoned with enough salt to make a sea captain envious. And don't even get me started on the cocktails. They're like magic potions that make you forget all your problems. The Sad Boy one is like a warm hug from a therapist, while the Dr. Manhattan has more atomic power than the city it's named after. The staff. They're like the cool aunts and uncles you always wanted. They're friendly, accommodating, and they'll even go to the ends of the earth to make sure your egg allergies are taken care of. So, my fellow foodies, if you're ever in the Big Easy and looking for a culinary adventure, the Way is your mecca. Just don't tell anyone else about it, or you'll have to fight me for a table. Prepare yourself, dear readers, because Momo is about to blow your culinary minds. Picture this, caviar served on your trembling hand, glistening like a million tiny black diamonds. And don't even get us started on the flounder Florentine. It's like a divine dance in your mouth, with the fish melting into your soul and the sauce serenading your taste buds. The atmosphere. Let's just say it's a cozy French bistro on steroids. It's like stepping into a Parisian painting, but with the added bonus of air conditioning, thank heavens. And the servers. They're not just human, folks. They're magicians disguised as waiters, making every wish you have disappear into a puff of culinary smoke. Now, let's talk about those madeleines. Imagine tiny, fluffy clouds dipped in a pool of heavenly creme anglaise. It's like your taste buds are attending a concert, and the madeleines are the lead vocalists. Each bite is a symphony of sweetness, leaving you feeling like you've ascended to culinary heaven. But wait, there's more. They have this thing called a celery heart. Now, don't let the name fool you. This is no ordinary celery stick. It's like a botanical masterpiece served on a decadent pain pudding that will make you swear off bread for life. And the garlic almond soup. It's the liquid version of a cozy blanket on a cold winter's night. So, if you're looking for a dining experience that will make you cry tears of joy, laugh like a maniac, and ponder the meaning of existence in between bites, then Momo is your culinary paradise. Just be sure to bring your appetite, because you'll need it for every single bite of this gustatory wonderland. You're ready for this. Oceana Grill, the oyster palace of the Crescent City. Picture this, oysters fresh from the briny depths, charred to perfection over an open flame. It's like a seafood symphony, with the oysters hitting all the high notes. But don't stop there, folks. They've got a whole orchestra of New Orleans favorites. The redfish Oceana is so flaky and tender, it's like the Mardi Gras of your taste buds. And the Mardi Gras pasta. It's a festive fusion of seafood and pasta that'll have you dancing in the streets. Shout out to our waiter, Damon. He's the maestro of service, attentive and charming as all get out. He'll make sure your meal is 10/10, guaranteed. The atmosphere. Cozy and spacious, like a jazz club for your taste buds. And that outdoor patio. It's like dining on the deck of a steamboat, minus the risk of pirates. Now, the food might not always come out piping hot, but who cares? The NOLA hospitality is so warm, you'll forget about the temperature in a flash. And if you're a big group, no problem. They've got room for all, even if you're a marching band in full uniform. One word of caution, don't be a greedy gut. The portions are so generous, you might need a doggy bag the size of a suitcase. So, there you have it, Oceana Grill. A culinary gem in the heart of the French Quarter. Just remember, these oysters aren't on a diet, so come hungry, and get ready to have a blast. Hold on to your napkins, folks. Mambo's in New Orleans is where the party's at and the food is so good, you'll want to mambo your way out of there. Picture this. You're in the heart of the Big Easy, the birthplace of jazz and the home of all things delicious. And right there on Bourbon Street, smack dab in the middle of the madness, is Mambo's, a culinary oasis that'll make you forget all about those silly daiquiri shops and cover bands. Step inside and you'll be greeted by Krishant, the server who'll treat you like a long-lost cousin. She'll make you feel so welcome, you'll start calling her sweetie before you even order your food. And speaking of food, oh boy, get ready for a flavor explosion. The oyster appetizer is a work of art, and the black and red fish will make you think you're in seafood heaven. The Creole jambalaya is a masterpiece, and the gator sausage will give you the courage to face any alligator in the bayou. But it's not just the food that'll keep you coming back for more. The rooftop bar is the perfect spot to soak up the sights and sounds of the French Quarter. And the atmosphere inside is so chill, you'll feel like you've stepped into a New Orleans dream. Oh, and don't even get us started on the drinks. They're big, they're boozy, and they'll make you want to mambo all night long. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the wait. Yes, it can get a little crowded, especially on weekends. But trust us, it's worth it. Mambo's is like the holy grail of New Orleans dining. And once you've tasted their food, you'll be hooked. So there you have it, folks. Mambo's is the real deal. It's a place where the food is fantastic, the drinks are flowing, and the atmosphere is pure New Orleans magic. So grab your dancing shoes, put on your biggest smile, and head on over to Mambo's. You're in for a night you'll never forget. Ruby Slipper CBD, breakfast to blow your muffin top. Prepare yourself for a breakfast adventure that'll make even Seinfeld drool. Ruby Slipper CBD is serving up culinary wizardry that'll leave you questioning if you've stepped into the Twilight Zone. First up, they're biscuits and gravy. Imagine a stack of fluffy clouds, so light they might float away, smothered in a velvety gravy that'll make you question your morality. You may find yourself asking, is it possible to eat a pillow without choking? Now, let's talk about their candied bacon. It's like Willy Wonka invented bacon, it's that magical. It'll make you forget about your cholesterol and beg for more. Think of it as a culinary superpower, transforming your taste buds into a symphony of salty sweet perfection. But wait, there's more. Their trifecta is a breakfast masterpiece that'll satisfy even the most ravenous of appetites. 3 Benedict styles, each vying for your taste buds' affection: fried chicken, braised pork, and shrimp. It's like a culinary Rubik's Cube, only instead of colors, you're matching eggs with various meaty wonders. Service: top-notch. You'll be treated like royalty, with friendly servers who will go the extra mile to make sure your breakfast experience is a memory you'll cherish along with your extra pants after this feast. Now, about the wait. It may remind you of the DMV on a Tuesday, but fear not, my foodie friend. Ruby Slipper CBD has a mobile check-in system that'll have you sipping mimosas outside while you watch the world go by. Just be sure to check in when you arrive, lest you become the breakfast equivalent of a lost puppy. In summary, Ruby Slipper CBD is a breakfast heaven where your taste buds will dance the Cajun two-step and your muffin top will reach astronomical heights. Prepare to be amazed, just don't forget your stretchy waistband. Sophia, a culinary odyssey inspired by the Italian siren, Sophia Loren. Attention, food enthusiasts and seekers of culinary adventure. Prepare yourself for a gastronomic extravaganza that will transport you to the heart of Italy, where the spirit of Sophia Loren dances through every dish. At Sophia, the ambience is as intoxicating as the cocktails. Picture a dimly lit sanctuary, adorned with vintage photos of the legendary actress, where the air crackles with anticipation. As if by magic, the aroma of freshly baked focaccia wafts through the air, beckoning you to indulge. Speaking of indulgence, let's talk about the food. The pasta here is so perfectly cooked, the angels themselves would weep tears of joy. Each bite is an explosion of flavor, leaving you wondering why you ever settled for plain old spaghetti and meatballs. But wait, there's more. The pizzas are works of culinary art, with crusts that are as crispy as a Roman legionnaire's shield and toppings that make you question your sanity as you devour every last morsel. The spicy pizza with blackberries is so addictive, you'll be tempted to lick the plate clean. The service, my friends, is impeccable. The staff will cater to your every whim, from topping off your water glass to recommending the perfect wine pairing. It's as if a team of Italian concierges has been summoned to ensure your dining experience is nothing short of a fairy tale. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the happy hour debacle. Rest assured, my fellow foodies, while the website may not be entirely truthful, the food and drinks more than make up for it. Just remember, if you're looking for cheap thrills, this isn't the place for you. Sophia is for those who appreciate the finer things in life, like truffle-infused polenta and tiramisu that melts in your mouth like a kiss from the Italian goddess herself. So, if you're looking for a dining experience that will leave you feeling like a Roman emperor feasting in the grandeur of the Colosseum, look no further than Sophia. Just be sure to bring your appetite and a thick wallet, because this culinary haven doesn't come cheap. But hey, as the saying goes, la dolce vita non per tutti. The sweet life isn't for everyone. In conclusion, Sophia is not just a restaurant, it's a sanctuary where the spirit of Sophia Loren reigns supreme. The food is divine, the ambience is captivating, and the service is so good, you'll want to give them a standing ovation. Just be prepared to pay a pretty penny and leave your calorie-counting woes at the door. But trust us, it's worth every bite and every dollar. Sophia, where Italian delights dance and the spirit of Loren lives on. Woolagine, where the French kiss grits and the biscuits make the French Quarter blush. What's this? What's this? Oh, it's Woolagine, the New Orleans restaurant that's so popular, you'll need a GPS just to find the end of the line. But hey, what's a little wait when there's an entire pasty department waiting to fill your stomach with delectable morsels? Once inside, you'll be greeted by a swanky vibe that's as glamorous as a Broadway starlet on opening night. The walls are lined with panoramic windows that flood the place with more light than 1,000 fireflies. It's like dining in a giant, well-lit aquarium, minus the fishy smell. Now, let's talk about the food, shall we? The shrimp and grits are so darn good, you'll want to do the electric slide on your plate. The shrimp are as fresh as a summer breeze, and the grits are cooked to perfection. The gravy is a symphony of flavors, hitting all the right notes and leaving your taste buds begging for more. But hold your horses, folks. Don't forget about the biscuits. These bad boys are so fluffy, they could double as a pillow. And the bacon is so thick, it could stop an elephant in its tracks. It's like bacon on steroids, minus the roid rage. And what's a biscuit without a little honey Tabasco chicken? It's like peanut butter without jelly, Romeo without Juliet, or Chuck Norris without biceps. The chicken is juicy, the honey is sweet, and the Tabasco provides just enough kick to make your eyes water and your soul sing. Oh, and did I mention that the serving sizes are so generous, you'll need a forklift to roll yourself out the door. It's like they're trying to feed the entire state of Louisiana with one meal. But hey, I'm not complaining. After all, who doesn't love leftovers? Now, I know what you're thinking, but with a wait that long, it's not worth it. Well, let me tell you, my friend, it is so worth it. The food is phenomenal, the atmosphere is electric, and the prices are as reasonable as a politician's promise. So if you're serious about your breakfast or lunch, and you're not afraid to wait a little, then Willie Jean is the place for you. Just be sure to bring your appetite, and prepare for a culinary experience that will leave you drooling for days. Disclaimer, I may or may not have exaggerated slightly for comedic effect. But trust me, Willie Jean is still a top-notch dining destination. Willie Mae's Scotch House, fried chicken Nirvana. All right, folks, buckle up for any slapping, mouth-watering review of Willie Mae's Scotch House. Picture this, you roll up to a humble joint in a sleepy New Orleans neighborhood that would fool even the most seasoned detectives. But wait, what's that monstrous line snaking around the corner? That, my friends, is your cue that you've hit gold. Now, let's talk about the chicken. It ain't your average fast food fumble. No, sir. Willie Mae's chicken is a masterpiece of culinary artistry, fried to perfection with a crispy, golden brown exterior that shatters like glass upon your first bite. And the meat. Oh boy. It's as juicy as a Mardi Gras float, with a flavor so divine it'll make you doubt the existence of God. But hold on there, pilgrim. The sides at Willie Mae's ain't no slouchers either. Their mac and cheese is the stuff of legends, so cheesy it could make a Swiss cheese blush. The sweet potato fries are like a warm embrace on a cold night, and the red beans and rice are so flavorful they'll make you forget all about your grandma's famous gumbo. The atmosphere at Willie Mae's is just as charming as the food. It's like stepping into a cozy southern kitchen, where the stuff treats you like family and the walls are lined with enough accolades to make your head spin. Plus, there's always a steady stream of locals and visitors alike, so you can be sure the place is always buzzing with laughter and good vibes. So, dear readers, heed my advice. If you're ever in the Big Easy, don't you dare miss out on the fried chicken paradise that is Willie Mae's Scotch House. Just be prepared to wait in line, because this place is as popular as a Pope's visit to the Vatican. But trust me, it's worth every minute of your precious time. As the great philosopher Jerry Seinfeld once said, the only problem with fried chicken is that you can't eat the feathers. Well, at Willie Mae's, even the feathers would taste like gold. Holy pork paradise, Batman. Cock and Butcher in New Orleans is the meat mecca you've been praying for. Prepare to have your taste buds tango with the finest sausages, salamis, and cuts of meat, all lovingly prepared in-house. It's like a CSI episode for foodies, but instead of solving murders, you're unraveling the mysteries of culinary perfection. Their sandwiches are like edible masterpieces. The BBQ pork sandwich is a savory symphony, with coleslaw adding a delightful crunch and their homemade hot sauce providing a spicy crescendo. The duck pastrami sliders will make you question everything you thought you knew about sandwiches. They're so melt in your mouth tender, you'll need a bib to catch the drool. And let's not forget the sides. Their mac and cheese is an Epicurean adventure, with a creamy, cheesy goodness that will have you humming Mac the Knife. The Moroccan spiced lamb pita is like a trip to the Middle East, with exotic flavors exploding in your mouth like a piota filled with harissa. Oh, and the bacon pralines. They're the holy grail of desserts. Two of the greatest things on earth combined to create a sweet and savory masterpiece that will make you forget all your troubles. The atmosphere at Cock and Butcher is as cozy as a pig in a mud bath. You'll feel right at home, with communal tables and bar stools for that family-style dining experience. But don't be fooled by the laid-back vibe. The service is as sharp as a butcher's knife. So, if you're looking for a culinary experience that will make you squeal with delight, head to Cock and Butcher. Just be sure to bring a stretchy waistband and a bib, because this meaty extravaganza is going to blow your bacon bits off. Welp, lol, I stumbled into the Grand Slam of NOLA Eats, the heavyweight champion of Creole cuisine, Zesty Creole. This ain't no ordinary joint, folks. It's like a hidden gem in the bustling Canal Street jungle. The service is smoother than a jazz cat's sax solo, and the food has more flavor than a Mardi Gras parade. Let's talk gumbo, my friends. This thick, savory broth was the highlight reel of my Louisiana adventure. It had more seafood than a pirate's treasure chest, and every bite transported me to the heart of Cajun country. But hold up, there's more. The shrimp and grits were a sight to behold. The grits were as creamy as a baby's bottom, and the shrimp were so plump and juicy, they Calder won a beauty contest. And let's not forget the king of sandwiches, the shrimp po' boy. The remoulade on that thing was legendary, y'all. It had the perfect balance of tang and spice, making my taste buds dance the jitterbug. The ambience at Zesty Creole is like a comfy diner meets a sophisticated bistro. It's the perfect spot to chow down on some authentic NOLA staples without the touristy hubbub. So, whether you're a local legend or just a hungry traveler, make your way to Zesty Creole. Your stomach will thank you, and your taste buds will be doing the second line all night long. Acme Oyster House, where the oysters roar and the laughter flows. Prepare yourself for a gastronomic adventure that will make your taste buds sing and your funny bone quiver. Acme Oyster House in the vibrant heart of New Orleans is not just a restaurant, it's a symphony of flavors and humor. As you step through the doors, the aroma of the sea hits you like a salty wave. But fear not, dear friends, for the food here is worth the temporary olfactory adventure. The oysters, oh the oysters. Imagine plump, juicy mollusks transformed into culinary masterpieces. The char-grilled ones sizzle and pop before your very eyes, kissed with a smoky embrace. The fried alligator bites are a crispy delight, reminding you that even reptiles can taste extraordinary. But the star of the show is undoubtedly the oysters on the half-shell. Adorned with crab, they're a dance of textures and flavors that will make you forget all your troubles. You'll find yourself sneaking an extra one or two, unashamedly indulging in this seafood paradise. The red beans and rice is a comforting embrace, reminiscent of your favorite childhood comfort food. And the crawfish puppies. Imagine hush puppies with a subtle hint of crayfish, like a secret whisper of the swamp. As you savor every bite, prepare yourself for the laughter that will erupt. The staff at Acme is like a comedy troupe in disguise. They'll keep you entertained with their quick wit and infectious charm. Expect jokes that will make you snort your oysters and quips that will have you wiping away tears of joy. Yes, Acme Oyster House is a place where the food is exceptional, the atmosphere is electric, and the laughter is as abundant as the oysters themselves. It's not just a restaurant, it's a sensory and comedic experience that will leave you craving more for weeks to come. So gather your friends, brace your taste buds, and prepare for a dining extravaganza that will make you laugh until your sides hurt and leave you with a seafood-filled smile for days to come. Holy smokes, Louisiana Cafe, a culinary cataclysm. Get ready for a breakfast and lunch experience so epic, it'll make Mount Everest look like a molehill. Louisiana Cafe in the heart of New Orleans is a culinary stampede that'll leave you wondering why you ever ate at a regular restaurant before. Let's start with the omelettes. Imagine a fluffy cloud of eggs so thick you could bounce a quarter off it. The veggies, fresh as a daisy, adding a symphony of flavors to every bite. And that Gouda cheese, oh mama. It's like a Conda line of salty and creamy goodness in your mouth. But wait, there's more. They're chicken and waffles. It's like a party in your breakfast hole. The chicken is crispy, juicy, and glazed with a sweet tiger sauce that'll have you dancing like a New Orleans street performer. And the waffles. Oh boy, they're so light and airy, they'll make you forget about your worries. Don't even get me started on their bonnets. These little pillow puffs of fried dough are filled with an ethereal errance that'll transport you to sugary heaven. One bite, and you'll be humming Love I and Rose like a French chanteuse. And if caffeine is your jam, their Vietnamese coffee and chai tea are like a shot of turbocharged adrenaline straight to your soul. The coffee is strong enough to wake up a narcoleptic rhinoceros, and the chai tea will have you levitating like a Zen master. The atmosphere is cozy and inviting, with plenty of seating for your breakfast-loving horde. And the staff. They're like a chorus of angels, singing the praises of your every culinary whim. So, if you're looking for a breakfast or lunch experience that'll leave you with a permanent smile on your face, make a pilgrimage to the hallowed halls of Louisiana Cafe. Just be prepared to join the line of satisfied customers who won't be able to shut up about it. Holy mackerel. I just had the most outrageous meal at Seafood Grill. Imagine a dance between seafood and fire, where the fish are as crisp as a Seinfeld joke and the shrimp noodles are so good, you'll swear they're straight out of George's hair. The smoked tuna dip is like a Seinfeld rerun, familiar, comforting, and gone before you can say yoda yoda yoda. And that salted peanut pie. It's a dessert so legendary, it makes Kramer's face paint look like child's play. Now, let's talk about the service. It was like a soup Nazi and a waiter from hell had a love child. At first, we had a waiter who couldn't decide if he wanted to serve us or spit in our gumbo. But then, like a miracle, a new waitress appeared. She was as sweet as Elaine's ham in the deli and as efficient as George's fake architect certificate. But don't be fooled by the speed of the service. The atmosphere at Ch is a high-energy comedy club. Expect to hear laughter, chatter, and occasional get out from an angry soup enthusiast. So, my fellow gastronomic adventurers, if you're looking for a meal that's funny, delicious, and a little bit hectic, Seafood Grill is the place for you. Just be prepared to share your laughter with your fellow diners, and remember, no soup for you. Oh boy, Rampart Treehouse. What a roller coaster of deliciousness and comedy. First off, let's talk about the drinks. They're like magic spells that make your mouth do a happy dance. Annie, the bartender, is the resident sorceress who wields the cocktail shaker with precision. She's as cool as a cucumber and stylish as a New Orleans debutante. Now, let's dive into the pizza. It's like the Mona Lisa on a crispy crust. The pepperoni slices may be the size of sparrows, but trust me, they're way more elegant. It's like comparing a regular pencil to a Mont Blanc pen. The specialty pizzas are the real stars of the show. They're so over the top, they'd make Elvis jealous. The bad-to-the-bone pizza with braised short rib and blue cheese would make even the most jaded pizza snob weep tears of joy. But here's the kicker, the house-made ranch dressing. It's like a magical elixir that transports you to a culinary wonderland. It's so good, you'll want to bathe in it. The vibe is pure New Orleans charm. The music is a perfect blend of alt-rock and local jazz. It's like walking into a party where everyone's your friend. So, if you're ever in NOLA, do yourself a favor and check out Rampart Treehouse. It's a place where you can eat, drink, and laugh until your sides hurt. Just be sure to bring your stretchy pants, because you're going to need them after a visit to this culinary oasis. Prepare to be reborn, foodie style. Get ready, New Orleans foodies, for a restaurant experience that'll make you dance like a Cajun and sing like a jazz band. Restaurant Rebirth is the culinary equivalent of a Southern symphony, with a menu as rich as the Louisiana soil. Start your journey with the fried oysters, crisp and salty like the ocean's kiss. The cornbread is like a party in your mouth, all buttery and crumbly, making you forget your diet woes. But then, it's gumbo time, y'all. This ain't your grandma's gumbo. It's a savory masterpiece that'll warm your soul and make you want to shimmy like Elvis. Now, let's talk steak. They may not be a steakhouse, but their 22-ounce ribeye is a force to be reckoned with. It sizzles on a hot iron skillet, like a cowboy serenade on a summer night, and it's so tender, it'll make your jaw drop faster than a Mardi Gras mask. And don't forget the pork belly, my friends. It's so delicious, it'll make you want to cry tears of joy and high-five the chef. It's crispy, it's succulent, and it'll make you question your life choices up to this point. The service. Impeccable. The atmosphere. Cozy and charming, like a Cajun cottage in the middle of a bustling warehouse district. The only downside. The menu is a bit limited, so check it out online before you go to avoid any menu-induced meltdowns. But hey, when the food is this good, who cares? Restaurant Rebirth is a culinary gem that'll have you singing thank you mama with every bite. So get on down there, get your soul reborn, and be prepared to eat like a true Southern comfort queen or king.